Coming up later this month is Mud City Meltdown. And we're going to rock out for the 4th edition of it with Xavier Leger from the organizing committee. Xavier, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Once again, friend of the show.
Yeah.
Last time you were here, I wasn't here though. I think Dennis and I talked about it. I was sick, I think.
Okay, yeah, that's what it was. Because I wasn't sure if I was forgetting the face or if I was just overtired. It's hard to tell by this point. So.
Dennis, well, the cool part is that I can kind of tease this because Dennis is the next guest, and I'm about double him. So don't worry. Like if you don't match the face or anything,
I'm not going crazy. That's
no,
good to know.
No, you're not. July 24th to 28th.
Yeah.
All around, you guys are taking over Moncton.
We're taking over Moncton. I mean, the nucleus of the festival's always remained downtown. That's kind of where we like to be as far as our main shows, outdoor shows and stuff like that. We've done stuff a little bit around town and in different areas before, but this year we're keeping it concentrated downtown with shows. We got the Tide and Bore, Plan B, Aberdeen's in this year. Central United Church, and then we got some outdoor activities as well, including a really cool addition that is sort of out there right now, but we haven't fully launched it yet. But we're going to do a downtown block party at the Moncton Market on Saturday as well, so that should be cool.
Good.
Yeah.
Sounds good. There's lots to unpack there. I'm going to first get to the Bad Anderson show because at the Central United Church, it sounds awesome.
It's amazing. I mean, there's been shows there in the past from different promoters, and the church puts on shows all the time with choirs and different classical music and stuff like that. But we always thought it'd be awesome to have like a full-on rock show or something that's a little bit more commercial or more accessible.
Biblical of a different nature.
Well, it's you're still going there. You feel the energy. It's a good presence, and not to get religious or anything like that. But
no, but the architecture's always.
It's amazing. A great spot. Yeah. It's amazing acoustics, amazing atmosphere. We did our first show there for the festival last year. We had Hey Babies and Les Hôtesses d'Hilaire. They did sort of like a show together, and they really played with the whole communal aspect of a church gathering and everything within the concept of the show, and it was amazing. People still talk about it this year. If you go on the Facebook page, you can see some pictures from the show last year, and it was amazing. It was a great experience. And as soon as that show was over, people wanted more. They wanted more shows going on there, and since then we've seen other promoters, other local promoters put on shows there, and it's been great. So we're really happy to be able to help promote different venues and new music scenes within the city, because that's what we're all about. We're all about pushing, creating new opportunities, helping to promote the local music scene. And if we can find some new opportunities and new venues along the way, then that's awesome. So really happy to be back there this year. And we thought we'd keep the tradition alive by really figuring out a way to create a unique moment and a unique experience with that venue, because that's what really made it thrive. And this year's show with Matt Anderson, that was kind of the idea, is we want to bring an artist that's well known, that will draw a big crowd, because it's a decent sized venue, and but we want to make it something special, so something that people aren't normally used to seeing for that artist. And now Matt does churches and he does those kind of hall shows. But I can't remember the last time he's done one here. He's done the Capitol Theater, he's done the Tide and Bore a few times, he's done it full band. It's always an awesome show with him. He's a world-class musician and artist. But we think it's going to be something special, whereas it'll be different from the last few times he's been here in the church, more of an intimate setting. Like I said, the acoustics are amazing. So for a guy with a voice like his, and the playing ability on the acoustic guitar and everything else he's going to be doing, it's going to be a stripped down show. So it's going to be him and a couple musicians, really the bare essentials, and it's all about the sound of the acoustics and his voice coming through. So that is, I think, going to create a really special moment for people that are lucky enough to attend the show. And same thing for, we wanted to kind of keep it diverse, and we really searched for an opener that would complement his style, but at the same time be something that he might have not seen before, or people not seen before at a show. So Caroline Savoie opening up for that show is just a really great match. Again, an amazing voice, amazing talent. I think the acoustics are really going to see that whole thing come through, where the warmth of their vocal pipes is just going to, you know, hopefully bring a few people to tears, so to speak. But yeah, so something like that for us is always exciting to be able to pull off, especially in promoting the fact that we have such awesome venues in downtown Moncton.
And that's another thing too that it opens up is any time in a music community, nobody complains, oh, we have too many venues. There's too many good places to go see a good show. It's like nobody complains about that.
Yeah, it's not
always fun to discover.
It's not been a problem in our city for a few years now. You know, we struggle to find places that can accommodate different types of shows. I mean, we have different venues downtown. We've got some great promoters. We've got great venues, but we always need more. There's an amazing amount of really talented musicians here and that want to come through and play Moncton. And we can't always accommodate because of the lack of opportunities for open venues. So it's really great when you can find a new room like this and exploit it and invite more people to come out and really help share a diversity and promote a diversity of a variety of musical performances, which is also something that we thrive to do at the festival.
Let's talk briefly, because we've spent half the interview already. We haven't even talked about who else is coming.
I'm a rambler, man. You got to keep me under control.
Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Here is the poster, and we're going to get to the bottom text in a minute. But first, we need to unpack what's on the top. What is going on there? What kind of Godzilla-like?
So the design was done by Sébastien Thériault, Stereo Design, who's an amazing graphic designer. We've worked with him on a few other show posters in the past. He did the Matt Mays poster a few years back for us, and he does a bunch of stuff. He works with Trailer Park Boys and different bands from across the world. Really awesome designer, and so we just kind of gave him carte blanche this year to create something that was creative and would get people talking, and also just like kind of an interesting thing. So we're like, we really want something that's going to have the spirit of the festival, being a rock fest with a variety of stuff going on, but also keep the elements, the local elements in there. So you've got the skyline, you've got the river, you've got kind of the elements that we always like to have in our promo items. But then at the same time, he's got sort of like a monsters take over the city, the whole like idea of a rock fest and just disturbing the peace downtown, you know, just having fun with it really, and it's gotten a lot of people talking, so it's doing its job. It's an eye catcher, right? So
the mosquito is kind of like comparatively inspiration. The right side, the beeve seagull crab, which I guess would be like a turducken, but kind of something different.
Yeah.
And then it's a mosquito on the other side, which we all agree it should fight. But it's kind of like, yeah, this is really
It's kind of like the old Godzilla movies, right?
Yeah.
You've got two monsters, and you've got one
like
that's fighting.
Yeah,
exactly. So the monster is fighting for Mud City Meltdown and for the city to thrive over the evil mosquitoes that we all know and hate.
We all know and
in
hate.
Moncton summers, yeah.
That is for sure.
Yeah.
So let's, we've got about 2.5 minutes. Let's talk lineup. Who's coming?
Who's not coming? I mean, we've got a pretty diverse lineup. We've always been, you know, kind of pegged as a rock festival, but we've got everything again this year, from blues to folk to metal to punk to, you know, you name it. So obviously the Matt Anderson.
Maybe if you don't.
Yeah. So the Matt Anderson show we talked about at Central United Church is going to be really awesome. We have a kickoff show, free show at the Victoria Park on Tuesday at 7 p.m. with Kendra Gale Band, which is going to be really awesome.
Yeah, she's great.
You know, we've got Sacrifice is a band that we've been trying to get ever since we got Voivod to play the inaugural edition of the festival at the Tidenboar. So Sacrifice, one of the other Canadian metal legend. They haven't been to the Maritimes for, I think, 25 to 30 years now, so it's going to be a reunion show for them here with the original lineup. It's going to be awesome. The Sadies, who are always an amazing live show. If you haven't seen them, they opened for Blue Rodeo at the casino last time they were in town, and just an amazing rock band. One of those iconic Canadian rock bands are going to be at the Tidenboar as well. Which is doing their album launch. They're a really awesome up-and-coming local band. We like to promote as much local as we can during the festival. So look for that at the festival closing show at the Caveau on Saturday. We've got Mountain Dust coming in from Ontario. They've been on a world tour. They're fresh off a tour in Europe. So they're going to be playing at the Caveau as well. The Surfer Jets is something that I'm actually really excited about. If you haven't checked this out yet, they're a surf rock band from Toronto. They're coming to we're doing a surf rock dance party at the Aberdeen. That's co-presented by the Aberdeen and also sponsored by FIGFA. It's going to be a really awesome dance party. We're going to have visuals, lights, the whole nine. So we encourage people to dress up, come out and party with us.
That sounds awesome. Yeah. All of that sounds amazing. I'd love to get into more of it, but unfortunately we're out of time. That's it. MudCityMeltdown.ca is the place to go, by the way. There are, and I will mention this for you, there are an all-access passes available as well, in case you're wondering. You can check out more information about that on the website. And that's coming July 24th, 28th. Xavier, thank you so much for joining us.
And I didn't have time to mention it, but we do have more shows going on, more free stuff. Go on the website, mudcitymeltdown.ca. There's a lot more happening.
There you go. So be sure to check it out and check out that website. That is mudcitymeltdown.ca. Xavier, thank you so much.